Hello, and welcome to another video product review brought to you by Discount Cell. Today we'll be comparing the Lifeproof waterproof phone case to the Naztech Vault, looking at the pros and cons of each of these, and I'll be sharing with you which one I prefer and which one I think is better. So first, let's take a closer look at the Naztech Vault. At first glance, it looks very similar to the Lifeproof case and has a very similar function. It's designed to work underwater, so it's designed to protect your phone while it's submersed up to 44 feet or 20 meters of water. So that's a very impressive amount of protection for your phone, and so I'd say that's the largest pro about this. That's the best thing this phone has going for it. It's also a lot less expensive than the Lifeproof case. Just to give you kind of an example, you can buy the Naztech Vault for about $35, and then the Lifeproof case is about $70 to $80 depending where you go. So this is definitely cheaper, and it gives you a fair amount of protection when submersed underwater. Some of the downsides, though, are going to be quality issues. If you look at what the case is constructed out of, it's out of a thick yet brittle, kind of a hard plastic. If you drop this at a height of more than about 6 or 8 feet, you're going to see some cracking and this is going to break. Another thing that's worth bringing up is you lose a lot of the functionality of the iPhone when you use this case. At first glance, you can see the mute switch is just totally absent. Once you install the iPhone here, you can't use that function at all. The case totally covers it up. Similarly, the screen protector is very thick and tends to bubble up when the phone is installed. So if you want to use the the touchscreen feature of your phone, it's very difficult with this case. Similarly, the home button is very hard to push, and so that makes it difficult to use the home button on your phone. And the volume control buttons aren't very well designed, so they're difficult to use as well. As far as installation goes, that's fairly simple. There's a little tab here at the bottom. Not sure if you can see that, but what you do is you just pull that apart there, and the two pieces of the case separate. And you can just place your phone on the inside. Whoop, pull that off. There you go. The two pieces of the phone separate. You can just place your phone on the inside and then snap it back in. While I got it apart, though, I want to show you that really brittle plastic that I was telling you about. There we go. So the front part of the case made of this really brittle plastic. I mean, so if you squeeze this too hard, it's going to break, or if you drop it, it's going to break, or it'll scratch really easy. So that's what I don't like about it. It's the screen protector, and the hard plastic here is really brittle and quite fragile. However, installation is easy. You just put the phone in there and then snap that back in. I'll put this back in there so you can kind of see what it'll look like. And that just snaps in just like that. So installation is really easy. And that will have a waterproof and dustproof seal just by snapping that in there. But in review, just kind of in summary, the Naztech Vault is very good at protecting your phone against water up to 44 feet submerged underwater, which is great. However, it's made out of kind of a cheap, low-quality plastic and isn't the most durable, especially during drops. And one thing I forgot to mention real quick, I'll go ahead and show that to you. The two ports on the bottom are very small. If you take a look at that, there's barely enough space to get an OEM charger in there for the iPhone 5. But if you buy any charger that's just even the slightest bit wider than the OEM that originally came with your phone, it's not gonna fit. Same with the headphone jack. It's very thin, very narrow, and it's got to be just the original OEM, or it's not gonna fit in there. So in review, Naztech Vault. Great phone for protecting, great case for protecting your phone from being submerged, from water damage while being submerged up to 44 feet. And it's very inexpensive at about 35 bucks as opposed to 70 or 80. But it's brittle and it's got all kinds of functionality issues. I really don't like it. Looking now at the Lifeproof case, these have been around a little bit longer than the Naztech Vault. I think the Naztech Vault was designed as a low-cost alternative to the Lifeproof case, but I personally think that's because the Lifeproof case is a little bit better. So taking a look at it, it doesn't add a whole lot of bulk to the phone. It's got a very slim, very low profile is the wrong word, but it's got a very slim, sleek, streamlined profile. The main thing that sets this apart from the Naztech Vault is that while it also gives you protection from your phone being damaged when it's submerged underwater, you don't lose any functionality. If you look at it, you can see the mute switch right there. You can see both the volume buttons. You got your power button on top, and you have your home button right there. And all of those are very comfortable to use, and they do not affect the functionality of your phone at all. I forgot to mention on the Naztech Vault, the touchscreen is very difficult to use because the screen protector is very thick. With the Lifeproof case, you don't have that issue. Although you get a high level of protection, the functionality of the screen is not affected. This phone case is particularly good because it's designed to use underwater and comes with this standard headphone adapter, so you can even listen to music with your phone while it's submerged. This screws in the top of your phone here, and then you can plug in any standard waterproof pair of headphones in there, and the phone operates just fine with music underwater. So the downsides of this phone is it's difficult to install your phone into this case. And the downsides of this case is it's difficult to install your phone into the case. It took me about 5 or 10 minutes to install my iPhone 4 in here, whereas with the Naztech Vault it takes about 30 seconds. So that's really the only main downside, that and the price. This normally goes between $70 and $80, whereas the other one we looked at goes between about $35. For complete product specs and for a more detailed review, be sure to check us out at reviews.discountsell.com. Again, that's reviews.discountsell.com, or just click the link in the video description. And this concludes my review of the Naztech Vault and the Lifeproof waterproof cases. And just kind of in short, leave you with a little thought. While both of these effectively protect your phone against water damage while submerged, the Lifeproof case, I feel, gives you a lot better protection and is a lot better quality, even though it is a little bit more expensive. If you'd like to learn more, again, check us out at discountsell.com. Thanks for joining us.